He just told her, he just put it down to her, don't love the world. That's how he put it out there. And then he, not only that, he said, and the world passes away and the lust thereof, all this ain't nothing. This ain't even gonna last long. But this is what we trying to desire to have. Better think about it. John chapter 15, let's pick this up at verse 15.
Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. But I have called you friends. For all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you. You have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you. These things I command you, that ye love one another.
Go ahead.
If the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin. But now they have no cloak for their sin. He that hateth me hateth my Father also. If I had not done among them the works which none other man did, they had not had sin. But now have they both sinned and hated both me and my Father. But this cometh to pass, that the word might be fulfilled that is written in their law. They hated me without a cause.
So a servant ain't greater than his Lord. They hated Jesus without a cause. So we really gonna be down here being hated on. That's pretty much what we got. If you trying to walk the path of salvation, the narrow gate, like it say in Matthew chapter 7, enter in at the straight gate. For broad is the way and wide is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many be that go in thereat. But then he say, but few be that find life. Let's go to Mark. Let's go to, let's go to Hebrews chapter 11. We're going to look a little bit in Hebrews chapter 11 at what these brothers had to go through. This is the cost that these brothers had to pay. We won't got but a few more after him. Hebrews chapter 11. And again, what we're trying to learn here is just the cost for your salvation. What does it take for you to get salvation? That this road ain't no easy path. It ain't all cookies and cream. It's going to be a rough road. Those before us had a rough road. This way some more. Those before us had a rough road. Hebrews chapter 11. Hebrews chapter 11. And we're going to pick it up at verse 1 when we get there. And this is going to talk, this chapter is the chapter of faith. You know, many people like to go ahead and see, you know, what faith is, and we're going to read a little bit about that, but then we're going to also see what they had to deal with in this walk of faith. Hebrews chapter 11, and pick it up at verse 1. Go ahead.
Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by the elders obtain a good report.
So in faith, the elders got a good report. Go ahead.
Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God.
Let's get down to verse 6.
But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
So he rewarded those that diligently seek him. Let's get down to verse 13. Go ahead.
These all died in faith, but not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off, and were persuaded of them, and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. For they that say such things declare plainly that they seek a country. And truly, if they had been mindful of that country from which they came out, they might have had opportunity to have returned. But now they desire a better country, that is, an heavenly. Wherefore God is not ashamed to be called their God, for he hath prepared for them a city.
So we just about to start dealing with people who didn't love the world. That's what we're talking about, man. They looking for another place. They looking for a heavenly place. The heavenly Jerusalem is what another country is what it said on here. Let's go down to verse 31.
By faith the harlot Rahab perished not with them that believed not, when she had received the spies with peace. And what shall I more say? For the time will fail me to tell of Gideon, and of Barak, and of Samson, and of Jephthah, of David also, and Samuel, and the prophets, who through faith subdued kingdoms, wrought righteousness, obtained promises, stopped the mouths of lions, quenched the violence of fire, escaped the edge of the sword.
So this is what we're going to start saying what they had to go through. It's like they quenched the violence of fire. They escaped the edge of the sword. Go ahead. Out of weakness were made strong. Go ahead.
Out of weakness were made strong. Waxed violent and fight, turned to flight the armies of the angels. Women received their dead raised to life again, and others were tortured.
See, this don't sound like something, this is the cost for salvation now. Say some people was tortured. Go ahead.
Not accepting deliverance that they might obtain a better resurrection.
See, but this is what we're looking for. We're looking for the heavenly. We're not looking for the financial. We're looking for the heavenly prize. Keep reading.
And others had trial of cruel mockings and scourgings, yea, moreover, of bonds and imprisonment. They were stoned, they were sawn asunder, were tempted, were slain with the sword. They wandered about in sheepskins and goatskins, being destitute, afflicted, tormented, of whom the world was not worthy.
That's why he's telling us don't love the world. It's like, of whom the world ain't even worthy of. Go ahead.
They wandered in deserts and in mountains and in dens and caves of the earth. All these having obtained a good report through faith, received not the promise.
Let's get down to chapter 12. Go ahead. Verse 1.
Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doeth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us.
Here we go, talking about running this race again that we're supposed to be striving for with temperance. He's like, let us lay aside every weight and sin that easily beset us. Verse 2, go ahead.
Looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God.
Keep going.
For consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your mind. Ye have not yet resisted into blood, striving against sin, and ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him.
So he's telling you, you're going to get some rebuke in this thing. Don't despise it. This is what's going to cause you to become better. But go ahead, though. Verse 7.
If ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of the Spirit and live?
Go ahead.
For they barely for a few days chasten us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his hope.
Verse 11.
Now, no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterwards it yielded the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby.
Okay, let's go over to